Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Thank you all so much for being here. I apologize, my voice is a little hoarse, but that does not stop us from speaking up and speaking out. I can't tell you how comforting it is to have all of you here, to have our rabbinic leaders here. I went to public school, grew up and went to public school in Westchester County with a lot of precocious and compassionate kids, which is to say, I had a lot of Jewish friends growing up. And I grew up with great fellowship with the Jewish community. And, you know, to think about what Representative Bush just said, when I think about the things that the Jewish families, my Jewish friends, my Jewish community that I grew up with taught me growing up, how they shaped me, it is that the unconditional centering and value of all human dignity and life is one of the most Jewish things in the world. And the idea that calling for a ceasefire would somehow be anti-Semitic is actually so upside down.
It makes no sense.
It's actually contrary to the values of this community that helped raise me, frankly. I think so much about where we are in this moment, the courage that it takes to speak up in this moment, and the urgency of this moment. I think about the language that is being used in this moment. The language. Over 4,000 children have been killed. Over 10,000 people have died, in addition to the horror of the 12 to 1,400 lives taken on October 7th as well. And when I think about this threshold that we've passed in Gaza, 4,000 children, 10,000 innocent, and the attempts for people to call this quote-unquote collateral damage, how unconscionable a term, collateral damage, to sanitize an atrocity, to make it more palatable for mass consumption, collateral damage. We can never accept such a term.
Yes, right.
The killing of children, the killing of innocent people will never be collateral damage. It is the damage. It is the damage. The taking and continued imperiling of hostages is the damage. Every child lost is a world lost. That is the damage. It is the center. There is nothing collateral about it. It should be our central and most guiding value, protecting the innocent.
Yes. Yes.
That is what ceasefire now means.
Yes.
And so when folks try to say and malign about what ceasefire may imply, let's make it crystal clear tonight what ceasefire means. Ceasefire means release the hostages.
Yes.
All the hostages. Ceasefire means stop the bombardment now.
Yes.
Ceasefire means defend the innocent.
Yes.
Ceasefire means transcend cycles of violence.
Yes.
To me, in that sense, ceasefire is not just realpolitik, it is spiritual. We are being called to be higher than our history.
Yes.
We are being called to transcend the tit for tat. We are being called to transcend the sanitation of atrocity. We are being called to center human value and human dignity above all else. That is what ceasefire now means. We will not be afraid. We will not back down. We will demand more of our president.
Yes.
We will demand better of our president.
Yes.
Ceasefire is not just an option. It is our only way out of this.
Yes. That's it.
Ceasefire means there is no military solution, only a diplomatic and cultural solution.
Yes.
A relational solution,
Yes.
a reckoning with ourselves and our history. That is what ceasefire now means. And I will never, ever, ever back away from those values. We are here in front of the Capitol of the United States of America. And sometimes when I land here in Washington, I call it the upside down. I call it the upside down because when the American people say up, they say down. When they say left, they go right. When 80% of American citizens say they want a ceasefire, 90-something% of this place says keep the bombardment going.
Shame.
We will not allow that to deter us. We will not allow that to deter us. Now is the moment. Ceasefire is the answer. And it is difficult. And there are implications. And we must wrestle with what those are. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't do it. It means we should figure it out.
Yes.
I cannot thank everyone that is here enough so much. Thank you, Jewish Voices for Peace, that has a legitimate role in this dialogue. Thank you to our rabbis who have joined us. Thank you to Representative Rashida Tlaib, who has stood as the only Palestinian American woman in the history of the United States. And they have censured her for standing for her humanity.
Shame.
We will not allow that to deter us. This is our moment.
Yes.
This is the moment for all who stand up for human dignity. Thank you to our co-leads, Representative Bush. Thank you to Delia Ramirez. Thank you to Andre Carson. Thank you to all of our co-sponsors and to every single person who is considering and weighing heavily in their heart if this is the right thing to do. I want you to take this as a sign. I want you to take this as the open door. Join us. Yes, the time is now. Yes, the sign is it. Right now, call for a ceasefire. It is the right thing to do. And that is why we're here today. Thank you all so very much.